It's officially the offseason. That means it's officially ranking season. NFL.com/around the NFL writer Nick shook me all night long. Did up a all-under-25 team heading into the 2021 season. Now, under 25 means under. So, 24 and under. And so that's a very narrow window. Basically, it's dudes in the first 3 years of their career. They're on the rookie contracts as players generally come into the NFL at 21 or 22 years of age. Sometimes 20, but rare case. So who's going to make this list for the Minnesota Vikings? Now, obviously, Justin Jefferson is going to be there. Otherwise, this list is kaput. And then this list would indeed make the list. Nailed it. But who else would make the list? Well, you would think Dalvin Cook, except Dalvin's sneaky old. He's going to turn 26 in August, which is just great in terms of running back years. Irv turns 23 in August, and I would have Irv over the tight end that's on this list. Well, we'll spoil it. So tight end on this list is TJ Hawkinson, which I don't know. I understand they were in the same draft. I get that Hawkinson was a top 10 pick. I will bet on Irv 2021 over TJ Hawkinson this year. I will. Mainly, I'm going to use the media's argument against him. If Matthew Stafford is so friggin' good, and that's the production that TJ Hawkinson put up, what's Hawkinson going to do now that he's got Jared Goff? Because Matthew Stafford is so good. No. But yeah, maybe in 2022, Irv will make this list after he blows up this year. Yes. Daniil, who we've made young jokes about Daniil because he came into the league when he was 20 and he's always been sneaky young, but he does turn 27 in October. Cameron Tiny Dancer is only 22, but he hasn't really firmly established himself yet as a premier cornerback, although he could this year. But please stay healthy. For the love of everything holy, please stay healthy. And then, of course, Mond and Christian Darrisaw and Wyatt Davis, no matter what, they haven't quite made this list. By the way, Chad Surratt only qualifies for this list for 2 years because he's 23 coming to the league. It's kind of funny. Anyway, let's get into this list. So, offense quarterback Lamar Jackson, which is kind of like a cheat code. Lamar also came into the league super young, is working on his rookie deal. He's going to get paid soon. So yes, if you're the league MVP and you're still under 25, you're good to go, man. Running backs wise, so I got Jonathan Taylor Thomas as well as Josh Jacobs. Now JTT, yeah, you know me, sneaky great towards the end of last season. I think that he will be the bell cow for the Colts for many years to come. I think that they will probably still work in some sort of receiving running back. Nyheim Hines is doing well, the former NC State Wolfpack. He's doing well, but yeah, Jonathan Taylor Thomas. If you're in fantasy, man, yeah, get after it. Josh Jacobs, where I'd run a little hot and cold with Josh Jacobs. Like, I understand he has big games, but there's some games that he just disappears. Now, this is obviously just the fantasy football angle, but football-wise, I think he's a solid player, and the Raiders do want to run the ball, so yeah. Wide receivers, A.J. Brown, Justin Jefferson. I'm mad at that at all, man. Plus, in the flex, they do have DK. And these three guys are the future of the receiver positions in the National Football League. Justin Jefferson's 22, AJ's 23, DK's 23 as well. These guys are the truth. And you throw in some Jamar Chase as well. I mean, these guys, man, it's so freaking tough to cover. Plus, stylistically, Jefferson versus A.J. Brown, Jefferson versus DK, it is night and day. Like, Justin Jefferson, he's way more physical than he gets credit for, but he is smooth as a baby's bottom covered in butter. That's weird. Anyway, but yeah, he's a great route runner. And these other guys, you know, A.J. Brown, don't get me wrong, he's not a slouch running routes. And DK Metcalf, he can't turn left. He's like Zoolander, but physicality is the name of their game, man. Absolutely. Tight end, like we talked about, Hawkinson. And this O-line, I would trade 7 first-round picks for this offensive line. No cap. None at all, even though you'd have to pay them all at once, basically. Mekhi Becton, Tristan Wirfs as your left and right tackles, respectively. Michael Onwenu, who also played some tackle last year, was surprisingly one of the best rookie offensive linemen last year, up there with Wirfs as well as Becton. And Damian, not that we needed Michael Onwenu. Not that he went in the 5th round or anything, but whatever. Damian Lewis, a 3rd-round pick from LSU, was a stud with the Seahawks as they look to rebuild that offensive line. But remember, who bench pressed Damian Lewis back into Russell Wilson, got a sack? Oh, yeah, James Lynch. Free James Lynch. And then center Eric McCoy, so it's kind of tough with the Garrett Bradbury selection in 2019, number 18 overall, when you had Eric McCoy as well as Elton Jenkins of the Packers still on board, and they're off to amazing starts to their careers, so it'd be what it'd be. Defense, you got Bosa, you got Chase Young. Get after him, man. That's gross. Chase Young, I mean, if you're going to wager on a young player making the Hall of Fame, I would wager on Chase Young. I keep my powder dry a little bit on Nick Bosa, even though he's off to a great start to his career. Quinton Williams, stud. Bless you. Thank you. Jeffrey Simmons is great as well. Jeffrey Simmons is going to break the bank, by the way, as he wraps up his rookie deal. Fred Warner, I think, is really underrated. He is up there with Darius Leonard and Eric Kendricks for me as the best off-ball linebacker in the league. Roquan Smith. Sucks, but yes, I have to give respect to Roquan. He is absolutely a beast. Same thing with Jar Alexander. He's one of the best young cornerbacks in the game. I love his swagger, love his attitude out there. He's a pain in the ass, so respect the game, even though he wears a really ugly jersey. Denzel Ward, stud. Pay him. Stinka. No, just kidding. Minka Fitzpatrick was an absolute stud with the Dolphins, and he's doing the same thing with the Steelers, as well as Jesse Bates, one of the best kept secrets in the game, and then also L'Jarius Sneed, where L'Jarius Sneed, him and Cameron Dancer would go like 1 and 2 as the best rookie cornerbacks last year, but Sneed was really good last year, man. He was really unsung, is sort of whatever in the playoffs, but it is what it is. Special teams, of course, Rodrigo Blankenship. I mean, goggles, man. I just love that guy. Jake Bailey, the punt. New England just always has great punters. You ever notice that? Because Belichick learned from Parcells, stress special teams. I don't understand why Zimmer didn't take those lessons from Parcells. The easiest way to turn around a bad team is special teams. Like, just getting solid in that, but, whatever. Returner Deontay Harris, I'm mad at that at all. He may be like 5'2", like, just to bring this full circle on AC/DC, like, he's the size of Angus Young, but yeah, he's just an absolute stud. Even though, again, just like Jar Alexander, just like Roquan, he has a very ugly jersey on. But only one Viking made it, and it's understandable. Obviously, it's going to be Jefferson. Some of the other Vikings young stars have aged out. Dancer hasn't really established himself. Same thing with Irv. But we'll check back on this list in 2022. I think that there may be 2, 3, 4 Vikings on this list. Want some more. Let's go. But your thoughts, Vikings on the NFL All-Under-25 team, let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support that work, post on the Venmo. But until next time, Skol, production value.